About a year ago, I took a leap of faith and went full into entrepreneurship. I started off as a videographer, shooting videos for DJs and a lot of influencers, and it slowly transitioned into what it is today, an advertising agency. So why did I get into entrepreneurship? Well, of course, it's all because of the Lambo, the private jets, popping bottles in the club, and the Rolex. No, I'm just kidding. The reason why I got into entrepreneurship was a little mix of I wanted freedom and also I wanted to make some money on the side to be able to travel around the world. And that's not until COVID hit. You see, right? Entrepreneurship has this picture where, people get into it because they want that dream lifestyle of, traveling around the world, getting into a private jet, driving a Ferrari, and that's not wrong. But that picture has a lot of false narrative painted to that. And a lot of people, they get into entrepreneurship with that expectation, and sooner or later, their expectations don't meet, and they're just like, wait, what did I sign myself into, right? And in this video, I want to be completely vulnerable and share with you what were some of the mistakes and some of the things that I could have done differently in my whole year into entrepreneurship. And this video is not just for those of you who want to get into entrepreneurship or who are, starting your own businesses and whatsoever. It also applies if you want to get into a career or, you want to get a job down the road, because the concepts that I'm going to teach is a lot to do with the mindset structure to live a very fulfilled life. And, I've spent so much of money in this journey of entrepreneurship, and I cannot thank myself getting into this and shooting the gun, taking that leap of faith and just going in not knowing what the hell I was getting myself into. So number one is don't focus on the money. I know it sounds so contradicting because a lot of people, when they get into entrepreneurship or when they want to start a business, right, including like myself, the whole idea is to make money, right? The whole idea is to screw the 9 to 5 and, live this dream lifestyle. That's what a lot of gurus capitalize on, right?
Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here.
The moment you get into entrepreneurship or you start a business, your whole focus is on the money. And that's the mistake that I made starting off last year. Was I was so fixated on the money. I was always like, okay, how much of money am I going to make? How many clients do I need to make X amount of money? And the reason why I say do not focus on the money, it's simply because as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, when you're starting something, right, you're either delivering a service or either you're selling a product. So if you are so fixated on the money, you're so fixated on how much money you want to make, you will start neglecting on the service delivery side of things or how good your product is. Make sense? So let me dive deeper into this a bit. The only way you're going to make more money is if your service delivery is A point, right? Let's look at Tesla, for example. The reason why people love Tesla is because the whole car is just like sitting in a spaceship, right? A friend of mine from LA, he bought a Tesla, and non-stop he's been sending me videos on WhatsApp on how amazing the car is. So when you start a business, you want to make sure that your customers, your clients love the services that you're providing and also the products that you're delivering. If your products are delivering results or people just love it through word of mouth, right? People are going to start talking about your products. People are going to start talking about, hey, did you hear Harghuns runs an advertising agency? He's getting amazing results for his clients, which we are. And you should check him out. That's how I started getting my clients as well, through referral, through word of mouth. So you want to be insanely focused on giving the best absolute service possible. And if you're selling products, you want to be the best person delivering and giving those products as possible. You want to make sure that the customer experience when they buy your products and services is just absolutely amazing. If you just focus on that, the money will just come. Because, like I mentioned, if you are just focusing on the money, you're going to neglect about the services, about the products, and you're going to have unhappy customers who are like, yo, you're selling this and that, but it's not up to par. It does not come to my expectations, and you're not going to do business with it. They're not going to buy your products and services. So for the first 3 months, be insanely focused on just giving the best absolute products and services to your clients. Even right now, I've not made a priority to even think how much of money we're making as a business. Instead, all of our focus is just mainly on how can we ensure that our customer experience and that we're giving the best results possible to our clients. Also guys, if you haven't already, please click on the like button and also subscribe to this channel, because I have dedicated this entire channel to providing as much value as possible in terms of personal development, personal finance, and also entrepreneurship, and just giving you guys whatever that I have experienced, whatever mistakes that I've made over the past year or two in entrepreneurship, so you guys don't have to make the mistake. Number 2 is start stacking good habits. And I know for a sec you're like, Hargun, I'm here to make money, not to, wake up early or, make sure that I'm hitting the gym and whatsoever. So you don't have to be my mom and tell me what I'm supposed to be doing. And I understand that, because when I first heard this, I had a similar reaction. I was like, whoa, that just doesn't sound very right. And why this is something, if I had learned, I would just be a lot more further, is simply because I love this quote. You don't have a business problem. You have a personal problem manifesting in your business. And what do I mean by that, right? Whenever you're experiencing a problem in your business, it's usually rooted from something that's usually happening in your life, a problem that you're facing in your life that you're not resolving to. And let me give you a very good example of myself, right? There was a point of time where my business was doing very, very bad. And I realized that the reason why that was happening is because I was sleeping late and I was waking up like in the afternoon, right? And this was during lockdown, right? Because I'm pretty sure all of our sleep schedules were screwed because of lockdown. And I was like, yeah, I can just ride it through. I don't have to sleep at night because of the hustle culture that is portrayed, right? You gotta hustle, you gotta only survive on 2 hours of sleep and mugs of coffee, which is really, really bad. And I was just like, yo, what is happening? And I thought there was an issue with my business, right? I was like, okay, how can I get more clients? How can I generate more leads? How can I do this? How can I do that? When my sleep was screwed, right? And until I didn't realize that, oh my gosh, my sleep was actually affecting everything, the whole business side of things, no matter, I could have the best lead generation system in the world, but it wouldn't make sense because my sleep was screwed. So what I did was, I made sure that whatever happened, I would fix this, until to a point I hired a peak performance coach, which I will link him down below, Daryl, if you're watching this. And things change for the better. Right now, usually I wake up at about 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. and I get everything done by 12 p.m. I have everything nailed down, ready to go by 12 p.m. because I fixed that one thing. Number 3, build your career or business around your life and not your life around your business or career. What do I mean by this? The entrepreneurship culture has this hustle mindset where you need to be working like 15 hours a day and you need to be grinding it out, you're chugging mugs of coffee, and you need to be doing all of these different things. And for a while, I did fall into that path, right? I was just working and I neglected my health, I neglected my relationships, I wasn't checking up on my friends. It was just so screwed up. And what happened was, 2 months in, I had this severe, massive depression. I was like, whoa, what the hell? Like, I'm super burnt out. I don't enjoy what I'm doing, right? I'm just so focused on making the money that my relationships are jeopardized, my health is jeopardized because I'm just sitting out in front of my laptop and just getting tons and tons of work done. It was so screwed up until I had this realization that, hey, you want to figure out what kind of life you want to build, what kind of life you want to live, and then build a business or a career around that. Not the other way around. We're so focused on making that money, on getting that job or getting that career, that we jeopardize all of that. And what happened was, I found so many inefficiencies in the business, and I cut through all of that and just focus on the 3 to 4 things that moves the needle forward. And today I only work probably about 3 to 4 hours a day, and my business has been making more money than ever. Number 4, focus on consistency over short sprint. Whatever that you think you need to do, cut that by half, but do it more consistently. And the term compound effect really changed my life. Even Albert Einstein, he said that the 8th wonder of the world is the compound effect. And we as human beings, right, we are naturally built short-term gratification creatures, right? We always want that short-term gratification, and the reason why social media and entrepreneurship doesn't go hand in hand well is because to really build a good business, right? To really build a business that, is able to change a lot of lives and make a shit ton of money, you need to look at the bigger picture. I mean, look at Amazon, for example. It started in 1998, if I'm not wrong, and it only took off in the year 2010, 2012, right? That's when, if you look at the stock market, it really surged around that year. So almost 10 years, right? Jeff Bezos was just sitting down, looking at the long-term picture and not succumbing to the short-term gratification, right? And we live in a society where everything has to be quick, everything has to be fast, right? Like short-term stuff. Even right now, you want to order your food, you just have to click a bit and boom, you have your food delivered right to your doorstep. But this does not apply well if you want to build a business that's going to make a lot of money in the long run. You have to look at the long-term business, at the long-term sphere, and ask yourself, what exactly do you want to achieve? And you want to focus on being consistent every single day, on working on the 2 to 3 things that's going to really generate the revenue and really going to bring the results for your clients, instead of having that focus of short sprint of for the next 4 weeks, I'm going to grind it out, I'm going to do as much as I can, and then for the next 2 months, I'm just gonna sit by the beach and sip on margaritas and pina coladas, right? That's not gonna work out. You gotta focus on the long-term picture. So those are the 4 things that I have learned in my 1 year of entrepreneurship. And honestly, I've spent so much of money and time, going through the ups and downs, which I'm completely grateful for, because at the age of 22, I honestly feel I've learned so much and I've gone through a lot. And the reason why I want to make this video is because I know some of you guys watching this, you may not be happy at where you are in life, and that's completely okay. And I want this video to be a form of a value or lesson that you can take home and start taking action on, so that when you start your own business, or if you are already an entrepreneur, right, you don't make the mistakes that I've made. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you in the next video.